Coming up on After the Whistle, a recap of championship runs in high school and collegiate wrestling.
Also, a look into how the Little and Nittany Lions basketball teams fared in their tournaments.
And for the first time this spring, we'll show you highlights from baseball and softball.
All that and more is coming up After the Whistle starts now.
Hello and welcome back to After the Whistle. I'm Allie Winskowski.
And I'm John Drager. March is halfway over and the Winter Sports Championships are coming to a close, but that's not going to stop us. No. The spring calendar is on the way, and that means baseball, softball, and lacrosse.
I'm very excited for all three of those, and we're going to start it off still with basketball, and we're going to head to State High. The State High Little Lions look to continue their run in the 6A quarterfinals against the Springford Rams. Braden Shrewsbury is going to start off warming up for the Little Lions. Seconds left in the first quarter, State High down 9-7. Shrewsbury is going to find Ryan Perks, who's going to go all the way at the buzzer from 3 and hit it, putting up State High up 1 at the end of the quarter. Less than 4 minutes to go in the half. Rams up by 4. Drew Dangler is going to take it in himself for the bucket, extending Springford's lead. 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. State High is going to work a comeback as Perk responds with a finish of his own and a three-point opportunity. Going to cut the deficit. Perk's going to find Isaac Dye cutting to the lane, who's going to hit the layup. State High now making it interesting. Late in the fourth quarter, State High still down. Jack Morris gets blocked by Zach Zollers, giving possession back to the Rams as they look to ice things up. Springford would hold on to win 45-39 and advance to the semifinals, ending State High's season. Springford lost in the semifinals of the tournament on Tuesday, with the finals seeing Roman Catholic face Reading on Saturday.
Following a 14-17 season back in 21 and 22, Penn State returned to the court with higher expectations. Transfers Andrew Funk and Cam Winter alongside senior Jalen Pickett helped the Nittany Lions exceed those higher expectations. As the season went on, the blue and white saw more big moments and records broken. Facing Illinois, Jalen Pickett earned career point number 2,000 and put up 41 points, becoming the 6th Nittany Lion and first to do so since 1961. Penn State was a bubble team, but won 5 of its final 6 regular season games, with 2 of them coming from Cam Winter buzzer beaters, including one to cap off a 16-point comeback against the Maryland Terrapins to end the regular season. The Lions secured the 10th seed in the Big Ten tournament, who went on a magical run to make it to the championship game against Purdue, but couldn't get it done. However, they secured themselves the number 10 seed in the NCAA tournament and would secure their first tournament victory since 2001 against Texas A&M. They did lose to number 2 Texas in the round of 32, ending their season. Penn State awaits a decision from head coach Micah Shrewsbury on where he will be coaching next season.
Switching over to the women's side of the court, we'll take a look at how the Lady Lions fared finishing up their 2023 season. The experienced Penn State Nittany Lions began the season roaring with a 7-game winning streak that continued through the Daytona Beach Invitational. The team continued strong, battling back and forth between wins and losses. But for Penn State fans, they ended their regular season on a heartbreaking 6-game losing streak. In spite of this, the Lady Lions had a strong showing in the Big Ten tournament. They beat out number 12 Minnesota 72-67 before falling to number 5 Michigan by just 2 points. Penn State finished with a record of 14-17, which was their best year since 2017.
The PIAA High School Boys Wrestling Championships took place at the Giant Center in Hershey, crowning District 6 athletes in 13 weight classes. After finishing first in the district and in the region at a 107-pound weight class, Altoona's Braden Weaver finished 5th in the entire state. Central Mountain senior Luke Simcox dominated in the 133-pound weight class on his way to a state title. Ending his season with a 32-3 record, State High's Pearson Manville placed 2nd in the 139-pound weight class. State College added 2 more top 4 finishers. Junior Asher Cunningham placed 4th in the 145 class, and heavyweight senior Nick Pavlechko took home 2nd place. Big winners Bethlehem Catholic steamrolled the competition, finishing with 3 first-place winners.
Penn State wrestling goes back-to-back and captures their 10th team national championship under head coach Cale Sanderson this past weekend in Tulsa. 5 different Nittany Lions made it to their individual weight class championship matchups, with only Carter Starachi claiming the 174-pound division title and Aaron Brooks winning the 184-pound weight class. Wrestlers Roman Bravo Young, Levi Haynes, and Greg Kirkfleet all finished runners-up in their respective weight class. Every year, a few Penn State students travel internationally for spring break. Joe Callahan went abroad this year. What did you find out, Joe?
Well, guys, I'll tell you one thing. I found more than just a fix to my sleep schedule. I found a community that holds basketball dear to their hearts, maybe even more than us. Take a look.
Basketball can tell you a lot about someone. It can also tell you a lot about a community. That's why we've been bringing you coverage of Center County for the past few months. Whether at the high school level, with students eyeing an education, or at the collegiate level, destined for a professional legacy, basketball paints a story. However, to truly understand its impact, we must go somewhere that basketball is rooted in their country, somewhere like Estonia.
He was my head coach at my club, and he asked me because here are the best talents in Estonia, so do you want to come here and do 2 trainings in a day? And I was like, yeah, I want to be a basketball player, and I think it's the best for me.
Estonians' best young talents compete for Audentes, a prep school. Believe it or not, basketball is not much different than here at home. Maybe a bit more physical. It seems, however, that the players have the same values as kids in the United States.
The community, the game itself, it's so advanced. The NBA 3-point shots, it's so nice moving. I played some volleyball in high school too, but it wasn't so interesting. Basketball, it's more interesting, body contacts or like that. That's amazing for me.
You may be wondering, why out of all the schools is Audentes where the best players flock to? The answer, who leads them? Head coach Ivar Kusma, Estonians' closest comparison to Michael Jordan.
In a modern game, basketball game, it's everything is important. How to see the court, how to help others, how to play defense, how to play offense. It's not like I'm just a shooter. No, you have to be all around.
Basketball brings a community closer. We've seen that in every team that we've covered here at home. But it was fascinating to see what it means to a country that runs on it.
For those itching to know exactly why basketball is so important to Estonia and what makes Ivar Kusma so special, unfortunately, you're going to have to wait. To find that out and much, much more about the country of Estonia, tune in to the Center County Report hour-long special later this spring. You can, however, go to The Lions Roar at psu.org/PSU International to get a sneak peek of our trip right now.
All right, thanks, Joe. Can't wait to see all of that. And coming up, a look into how the Little Lions fared in their baseball home opener.
Plus, a Penn State softball pitcher reaches a career milestone.
For now, take a look at some scores from around District 6 in baseball and softball. Welcome back to After the Whistle, brought to you by Com Radio, the Center County Report, and Penn State's chapter of Awesome.
For the first time in After the Whistle, the baseball and softball diamond is making its way into our highlights. So with that, we'll take a look to high school baseball. It was a sunny spring day for some state high baseball as they hosted Central Mountain on their opening day. Let's take a trip to Community Field in downtown State College, where we're going to start off our baseball highlights. In the bottom of the first, State High has runners on first and second. Adam Cooper is going to line one into left field, and both runners are going to score, where the Little Lions are going to take an early 2-0 lead. Chase Brush struggling to get out of the first on this one. Wildcat catcher fires to second, stopping the steal attempt and stopping the inner, getting him out of that one. State High leads by 5. Central Mountain down 3, top of the 7th. Bases are loaded. Sam Janik is on the mound. Gabe Johnson is going to line one into second. Throw to first is off target, and the game will be all tied up. The game is going to go into extra innings. Top of the 8th, Gardner Fravel will line one into left, where Jensen Chestnut can't handle the ball, and 2 runs are going to score. Central Mountain holds on to its 7-5 lead to win the game.
Now from State College High baseball to the Penn State baseball diamond. Let's send it out to Madler Field at LeBron Park. We're going to start off with Jay Harry. He backs away from the plate, allowing Ben Kaler to score on the wild pitch. Nittany Lions heading up there. Now sending it off, Anthony Steele, belting his first home run of the season and just clears the bag. Simple as that. He'll hold up for just a moment before going around the bases, scoring Penn State more runs, 4-1 against Binghamton in the bottom of the 4th. Callahan now sluggering, sending it deep into left field. He gets another home run on the board over the fence. Penn State now leading 5-1 over Binghamton. And after 3 2/3 innings pitched, Ben Demel is going to be replaced after only giving up 1 run as an entire outing on the mound. Ryan Partridge to come in for relief to get the torch pass to him. After that one, after Partridge's outing, it'll go off to Anthony Steele to close out the evening. He goes in stride, puts one up, and a pop-up straight into the outfield, and that would seal the game for the Nittany Lions as they win by a score of 15-1. And with that, Penn State heads into the weekend series still on a high note. And with that, we're going to send it on over to Logan Brandis, who was also at the game covering anything. Logan.
Thanks, John. Penn State was able to defeat the Bearcats in dominating fashion to cap off its first home stretch of the 2023 season. I took a look at how it all went down.
Dollar Dog Night drew in many fans for Penn State's final game before conference play. The Nittany Lions responded with an offensive masterclass. Penn State ended a brisk Tuesday night with a 15-1 win over the Binghamton Bearcats, a run total the Nittany Lions have only topped once this season. The 1 run was the only blemish for starter Ben Demel, who made his first career start. Even after Demel's exit, the offense continued to strike, which included some big-time blasts.
If I had a hot dog for every home run that Penn State hit on Dollar Dog Night, I'd have 2 hot dogs, with Anthony Steele hitting a go-ahead 3-run home run in the 4th inning and Kyle Hannon following it up with a solo shot an inning later.
It was the first home run of the season for both players, as those added on to a 13-hit day for the offense. That kind of potency throughout the lineup is something manager Rob Cooper hopes to replicate throughout the season.
When you look at that lineup 1 through 9 and you have guys coming off the bench like that, you know that you have guys that are going to compete, and you don't have to just rely on 1 or 2 guys. So it's a team effort for sure.
A big part of that effort in the win was Anthony Steele, who not only had a 2-hit, 4 RBI day at the plate, but came in as a pitcher in the 9th inning and recorded 2 strikeouts to close out the win.
Oh, it felt good. You know, it's always exciting to touch the mound as a two-way guy, and the coaches have faith in me to still go out there, even though I don't get to throw as much as other pitchers on our staff, but it's always just a great time.
Steele referred to fellow two-way player Shohei Ohtani as his favorite player, and like the Angels superstar, Cooper looked at his play as fun to watch.
Did okay. It was kind of got involved in the game a little bit today. Swung it back good. You know, threw 93 at the end of the game. That was fun.
The Nittany Lions will now look to use their momentum from Tuesday's win as they shift to the start of Big Ten play. Reporting in studio, I'm Logan Barandis.
Penn State's in-state rivals in Pittsburgh came to town on Tuesday in a pitcher's duel. Heading over to Beard Field, Bailey Parshall would start for Penn State, with Abby Edwards starting for Pittsburgh. Bottom of the 3rd, Melody Coombs grounds one to Kat Rodriguez, who underhands it to retire the side. Getting out on that one. Top of the 6th, Caitlin Morrison fields and throws to Lexi Black, who makes a stunning split for the out. Moving down to the bottom of the 6th, Coombs ropes one down the 3rd base line all the way to the fence. She's going to go all the way around the bases, sliding into 3rd for an extra base hit. though Penn State won't be able to score on that one. In extra innings now, Coombs hit once to second and beats out the throw to load the bases for the Nittany Lions. Bases loaded bottom of the 8th, Emily Maddock lines one over to the pitcher's head for an RBI single to win the game and walk it off for Penn State. Penn State defeats Pittsburgh 1-0 to improve to an 18-4 on the season and will take on Iowa for a 3-game series starting on Friday. Pittsburgh will fall to 14-11 on the year and will host Virginia on Friday. The Lions have been known for their explosive offense this season, dominating opponents on both sides of the ball. However, last night proved to be more of a challenge putting the bat on the ball, except for when it mattered. Reporter AJ Sisson was there for this nail-biter between in-state rivals.
The Nittany Lions have roared to begin the 2023 softball season, going 17-4 to begin the year. The Pittsburgh Panthers visited Penn State for a weeknight game before the Lions begin Big Ten play this weekend against Iowa. Penn State pitcher Bailey Partial notched her 700th career strikeout in the midst of a gritty but not pretty game, where losing composure can turn the tide.
Definitely games like this, they're the most fun to pitch. For me, my mindset is winning each pitch, give up a hit, give up, a walk, whatever it may be, just taking the next pitch, being resilient and going 1-0 with each pitch.
It was a pitcher's duel here in Beard Field where Bailey Partial was scoreless through 8 innings, but one swing came in the most clutch part of the game.
Honestly, my mindset was just going to have fun with it. The first 2 pitches, I was kind of swinging out of my shoes a little bit. So just getting back to what I'm really good at. So just seeing the ball, hitting the ball, trying to get it up the middle.
The momentum from a career milestone in walk-off fuels these women chanting,
"Bad week to be Iowa on 3, 1, 2, 3. Bad week to be Iowa!"
before this weekend.
I think our team does a really good job of, regardless of result, right? They do a good job of just keeping that 1-0 mindset. It's like, okay, we did well tonight, but let's get ready to go for Iowa. But obviously positive momentum.
The Lions have a long season ahead, but are poised to pounce forward in the Big Ten. Reporting in University Park, I'm AJ Sisson for After the Whistle.
Penn State will begin conference play this Friday night at Beard Field against the Iowa Hawkeyes.
State College women's lacrosse had its season debut on Monday against the Palmyra Cougars. Starting off in sunny State College downtown over at the North Fields, we're going to start off with a quick face-off, and after a quick State College penalty, Avery Russell in the free position puts it in the back of the net, and the Cougars will go up 1-0. Now Palmyra in transition, Russell again taking it in by herself, dodging past a few little lines, and scores yet again to go up 2-0 for the Cougars. On another free shot for Palmyra, Alicia Battistelli steps back and fires it into the back of the net. 5-0 Cougar lead. Cougars looking to strike yet again. Morgan Lance bullying her way in and puts it in. Palmyra going up 7-0. Now we're going to transition over. State College looking for a score, and Morgan Corville says no thank you. Makes the big save to keep it up 9-0. Now before the end of the first half, Macy Mitchell puts State College on the board for the first time today. Down 10-1 to Palmyra, but it would not be enough as the Cougars would take down the Little Lions 16-2. Palmyra headed into State College and improved to 2-0 on the season, while State College, they fall to 0-1 on the year and will hit the road to face Hershey High School on Friday. Well, as some team season ends, more teams will be starting up as the calendar flips from winter to spring. We'll have all the spring sports coverage here from around District 6. But until then, I'm John Drager.
And I'm Allie Winskowski. Thanks for tuning in, and remember to next Wednesday as well, right here on After the Whistle.